Alright, so Eric Garner was a regular person like you and me. He had a family, he had a regular job, but yet he was killed by police over a pack of cigarettes. I'm sure many of you have heard of police deaths like Eric Garner's, as they are consistently displayed in media, along with activist movements such as Black Lives Matter. Well, within my life, I have researched these topics, taken criminal classes, and observed police officers on violence that I considered becoming a police officer. Police body cameras are not a fix-all solution to current or future problems surrounding policing, as there needs to be more done to improve policing as well. If police officers incorporate improved body cameras, reform outdated policies, and use newer de-escalation tactics, public relations will improve. In this speech, I will discuss why body cameras are not a fix-all solution to police accountability, as problems with our police system are deeper than just the cameras themselves. So, on July 17th, 2014, in Staten Island, New York, Eric Garner was confronted by police on the sidewalk for selling illegal cigarettes. So this is his family of four, and then this is him. He's a pretty happy dude. Alright, and here, you can see the police confront him, right? Somebody comes around from the back, puts a chokehold on him, they body slam him to the ground, and he's still being chokehold. So within a minute, the situation escalated, went from yelling to a scuffle, as you see, and then the New York Police Department put him in a chokehold, and there's even a video recording that shows Garner saying he can't breathe 11 times before passing away. The responsible officer walked away from court, a free man, resulting in protests nationwide. In their article, The Failure of Police Body Cameras, Fox cites Thomas Abbott, a criminal justice expert at Harvard University. He states, "All it's going to take is one juror, as there are people out there who are just not going to second guess a police officer, even with overwhelming evidence." Now, it's important to police the police and hold them to the highest standard, as everyone should be held accountable by law. Cops have more power than the regular citizen, but that doesn't mean they should have a blanketed immunity or protection that lets them escape the consequences of the law. Now, the cameras were first implemented to answer the controversy surrounding police racism, excessive force, and unjustified deaths such as Eric Garner's. The police are no longer seen as protectors of the public, now they are viewed in a negative light. It's important to note that most police officers follow the rules and regulations, but there will always be a few bad apples among those who are committed to serving and protecting the community. On the other hand, body cams are beneficial for patrol officers. They record footage of encounters that protect police from false accusations. In the article, How Effective Are Police Body Cameras by CBS News, it states that body cams offer a civilizing effect, which basically means that people behave better when they know they are being watched. This effect results in a decrease in complaints and use of force among cops, with those equipped with body cameras. Even though police body cams are beneficial in these aspects, they do have some downsides. First off, not all police departments can afford to purchase these cameras and set up a whole new system, as it goes over their budget. Government Technology calculated the price in their police body camera implementation article. So to give 200 officers cameras, with about a camera averaging about $1,000, that's $200,000. Storage costs about $100 a month, so that's another $20,000. And first year setup is basically $440,000 total, with $240,000 each consecutive year. Now, not only are these cameras pricey, but the quality varies depending on how much is spent on the model. Recordings can be inconsistent, as they may not record the entire scene or catch all the angles. In physical altercations, cameras can become broken, unfocused, and their view can be blocked. Cameras miss important cues the officer sees as well before he starts recording. Now, these cameras are controversial, as police shouldn't worry about turning on a camera in a split-second dangerous situation. Not only that, the cops can choose when to start recording, and they can avoid catching police misconduct, and if they do excessive force, they can just not record it. Now, information before, during, and after is critical in investigations. Missing footage turns to a he says, she says ordeal, which usually falls in the cop's favor due to pro-police juries. There are many factors that can improve policing, but body cameras alone are no fix-all solution. Firstly, the cameras themselves must be addressed. Public trust can improve if we equip all officers with body cams. The quality of cameras must be improved, and a great example of this is the Axon Body Camera Model 3. It's a high-quality camera. It has sharp audio, video quality, rapid recharge, and military-grade durability. It has GPS tracking as well that displays the officer's location. Plus, the supervisors can live stream the footage. Now, in the article, What is the Future of of body-worn police cameras and policing by Police One states, Axon has a new holster technology that auto-activates the camera when an officer draws his or her firearm, and they can focus on the situation completely at hand. Now, all that would need would be extended funding through private or government grants. Next, reforms need to be made to the law and the various policies. In the article Law Enforcement Use of Force Policy by Vox, it quotes a U.S. Supreme Court's landmark the 1989 decision, Graham v. Connor, that states, it prohibits the use of deadly force unless it's necessary to prevent the escape of a fleeing felon and the officer has probable cause to believe that the suspect poses a significant threat to the officer or the community. Now, Power DMS further explains that this law vaguely states what police officers can legally do in possible use of force. This is why there's also so many shootings that are controversial, especially the ones where those who are shot unarmed while they're running away with their back turned. Now, this law does not provide guidance on what officers should do in these situations. It leaves it up to the police agencies to determine how to implement the court's ruling in the training and policies. Now, this can be problematic as each agency has different guidelines surrounding their use of force training, and reforming this law to be more specific can define what an acceptable amount of force is and hold the police to a nationwide standard. Following up, there is one more policy that needs to be reformed to improve policing. Some agencies still use outdated policies such as use of force continuums to resolve all situations quickly. Now, use of force continuum is basically you're going to use escalating amounts of force matching the levels of resistance the suspect threatens you with. So, you often use a specific police weapon or a strategy to subdue the suspect. Now, these use of force continuums allow situations to escalate quickly, and often this kind of aggressive policing can be found on the news and police-involved deaths. It doesn't matter what technology we give police to hold them accountable if they themselves don't understand what deadly force is. To counter this outdated policy, police departments can move toward de-escalation. De-escalation tactics help officers consider a justifiable amount of force as appropriate to the opposing threat they encounter. As described by Police Forum Best in the article called Guiding Principles, this tactic requires officers to consider if they are using only the level of force necessary to mitigate the threat, and whether there is another less harmful option that will safely achieve the same objective. So basically, body cameras are not a fix-all solution to the main problems surrounding policing. There needs to be continuous improvements currently and in the future. By implementing improved body cameras nationwide, along with the reformation of outdated policies and tactics, policing in America will improve. It's your duty as a patriotic American citizen to uphold our police and government institutions to the highest standard to improve our society. Like me, you're not a politician, police officer, or a mayor, so our powers are restricted. You still have a voice, though, and we can come together as a community and take part in activism to really show what's important. We can take part in public demonstrations, vote on laws, and send letters to police chiefs, mayors, and public officials. By doing this, we can start to move forward to better our society and improve America's stagnant justice system. Thank you. The end. I don't know how to shut up.